With some international news that's coming in, United States President Donald Trump has made a big claim, stating that the US has seized another oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, stating that the oil tanker, a fifth seizure by the US since its takeover of Venezuela, was carried out in coordination with the Venezuelan authorities. Making a reference to great energy deal, Trump affirmed that the oil would now be sold under said deal, which has been made for such sales, and Trump also said that his administration would decide which oil companies will be allowed to operate in Venezuela following the capture of its leader Nicolas Maduro, and pledged to guarantee security for their operations. The remarks came during a White House meeting with executives from 17 oil companies, part of an effort to secure $100 billion investment to revive Venezuela's oil sector. Joining us on the broadcast to discuss this further is Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. A very good morning to you. We appreciate your time. Ambassador, when we are looking at this entire scenario that is currently unfolding between Venezuela and the US, we see seizures of such tankers in this region. We are also seeing seizures of shadow fleets that are in the Caribbean or in the Atlantic or in the Pacific by the US. But how do you look at the US actually now going forward? They want 30 to 50 million barrels for themselves, and if something is left, because Venezuela can only produce right now around 1 billion barrels per day. So we are looking at a long-term deal that the US has struck now with the Venezuelan authorities. That's what US President Donald Trump is actually referring to.
Good morning, Shivani. You see, the US has actually taken control of all the oil resources in Venezuela. And that was the principal reason why US captured Maduro, because Maduro was not allowing that to happen. And now the Rodriguez, who is the vice president, who has been sworn in as acting president, obviously is acting under US influence because she has no other option. All her options have been exhausted because she feels that she may be removed and Venezuela could be in total anarchic situation. So she is agreeing to what Trump administration is dictating, and Trump administration now wants that the US companies like Exxon Mobil or these BP and all these Shell, these companies should take over the entire drilling operation of oil in Venezuela. So they are now planning, and that was the reason why Trump invited all the chief executives of oil companies to his office, and now he is telling them to go ahead and invest in Venezuela so that they can take control of the entire oil resources of that country, which is approximately 309 billion barrels, which is the highest ever in the world with any country. The other factor which is causing tension is the seizure of tanker from Russia. The Mariner tanker was seized. It was detained by the US forces, and Russia has warned that this is against international law, which is actually true, because no country has right to stop trade with any other country, and that is what US is doing. They are flagrantly violating all the international laws of trade and free movement, and that is what is causing tension. In fact, Russians are threatening that it can lead to a serious situation, even a war between the US and Russia. So let us see how things move. But as of now, it is very clear that US wants to dictate its term on the oil resources and oil export, oil exploration, oil drilling in Venezuela. And that was the main purpose of US throwing away Maduro, and the drug charges were more like a sham. It was not the real charges. The real purpose was to take control of oil resources, which has happened. And as you know, energy is the most important factor in development of any country today, and that is what US wants to dictate terms not only to Venezuela but to other countries, including India, that where they should obtain their oil resources. Over to you, Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast with that valuable perspective. With that, we are wrapping up this bulletin. We'll see you after this short commercial.